we will record. We'll see how it turns out. So we'll start with our centering like we always do. Oh, here it is. It's so cold down here that I have to turn my heater on before yoga. So, all right. Before we start, I'm going to read you just a couple paragraphs about the meditation exercise. It's a Kriya Yoga, Kirtan Kriya, they call it. Kriya is Kriya, and it's a certain style of yoga from the Kundalini yoga tradition. And the Kundalini is the energy that goes up and down your spine. And when there's they call it the serpent energy in your low abdomen. And when that releases, the energy is sent up your spine, out the top of your head to connect with the source. And that can be like a very intense spiritual experience if people are not prepared for it. So yoga prepares us. So, what do the sounds sa, ta, na, ma mean? This mantra is repeated while practicing Kirtan Kriya, is designed to be uplifting. All right. The sounds come from the mantra Sat Nam, which means my true essence. So when you're coming into your true essence, that certainly would be uplifting. So it is essential to use these sounds during the meditation. It is believed that the placement of the tongue on the roof of the mouth while making these sounds stimulates 84 acupuncture points on the upper palate. So sa, ta, na, ma, pretty much touching the roof of your mouth. They say when you place your tongue on the roof of your mouth, that brings you into a spiritual state. So this causes a beneficial biochemical transformation in the brain. In addition, Western research has revealed that utilizing the fingertip position in conjunction with the sounds enhances the blood flow to particular areas in the motor sensory part of the brain. And then if you choose, clinical research has shown that practicing this meditation for just 12 minutes a day can improve cognition and activate parts of the brain that are central to memory. Replacing the Kirtan Kriya Yoga sounds with other sounds or replacing the meditation as a whole with other relaxing tasks has not been shown to be effective in this way. So the Alzheimer's Research and Prevention Foundation believes that the various parts of the Kirtan Kriya are each vital to the whole and recommends practicing it in the traditional way to fully reap the benefits of the exercise. So the process is to repeat the sa, ta, na, ma out loud for 2 minutes. Then you whisper sa, ta, na, ma for 2 minutes. Then you repeat it mentally with your mudras, sa, mentally sa, ta, na, ma. And then you reverse it. You start with the whisper sa, ta, na, ma. And this is each segment is 2 minutes. So if you want to experiment with that, it ends up being 12 minutes long. So it's highly beneficial to your health, and we'll do Satanama. Let's say we'll just repeat 3 times rather than going for a full 2 minutes. We'll repeat each Satanama 3 times. So starting with out loud, then whispering 3 times, then mental 3 times, and then whispering 3 times, and then out loud 3 times, and then just being in stillness for uh, a few breaths. So I wanted to explain all of that so we can come in and center and then start that without interruption. Okay, that's why I did it at the beginning. So, all right, grounding your hips down against the earth, elongate your spine. The other piece of that meditation is where each sound you're allowing that sound to come in through the crown of your head and out your third eye. So there's a lot going on in that meditation. So choose whatever you can deal with when the time comes, as we're ready to repeat it here in a couple minutes. So just let go of busyness. We all get busy and have a lot to do and want to get things done. But for now, just come inward, letting the outer environment pass you by, just coming into a stillness. Excuse me. Aware of your essential nature, your true nature. So that leaves out the ego, it leaves out expectation and doing. Focus on your breath. Now notice your nervous system. Sometimes when we're busy, some people, maybe not you, but some people rush, and that can jangle our nerves. So just check on your nervous system, see how it's feeling and reporting back to you. And then check in with your body just to see if there's anything you weren't aware of in your general awareness of your body. Notice if you're still sitting tall. Now we'll do 3 or 4 rounds of cleansing breath. And then we'll go into the Kriya. So just bringing palms into Anjali Mudra. Breathe up. You can count to 4 if you wish. And exhale to a count of 8 so that you're doubling your relaxation part of the breath. And last round, breathing. Deep breath. Exhale, long out breath. And then just place the back of your hands on your knees or thighs. So the process will be each time you make a sound. So sa, you're allowing yourself to feel the sound come in through the crown of your head and exit through the third eye in front. So it's making an L shaped. Okay. So start with a breath. Sa. Next finger, breathe. Ta. Ring finger, breathe. Na. And pinky finger, breathe. Ma. Now continue on. This time we whisper. Remember the energy coming in through the head and out the third eye. Sa. Ta. Na. Ma. And now silently. And now we go back to the whisper. Sa. Ta. Na. Ma. And then normal vocalization. Breathe. Sa. Ta. Na. Ma. And I think that's enough for now, but just pause and notice how you feel. Notice if that was difficult with the added movement of the energy into your head and out your third eye. Just how was that for you? And now we'll start with some neck rolls. So just lower your chin down onto your chest and start to circle around gently so that you're aware of your neck, and it's a vulnerable area, so you want to start out slow and just lubricate joints and loosen muscles. One more circle. We'll do 3 in each direction. And reverse. Remember to breathe. And the next time your head comes down, chin to chest, just pause there. Let your shoulders just hang. Stay lifted in your spine, but shoulders hang, the head hangs forward. And then just lift your head up. And then bring your arms, palms forward, upper arms parallel to the floor. So if you can, keep them parallel. You can see yourself in your screen there. Take in your breath. Exhale and open the shoulders. If you want to take your head back and squeeze, you're welcome to do that. And then come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Contract. Keep elbows lifted. Come back to center. And last time. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Lift your chin. Lift your shoulders to your ears. And then turn your palms towards your ears. Bring your head to center and just float your arms down. Good job. Okay. So just circle around a little bit. We'll be doing at least 1 or 2 planks and reverse. So we want to be lubricated and loose, squeezing fingers in and out. And just straighten your arms, bend your elbows, just relax and bend. Bring your arms around behind you, interlace fingers, and open the shoulders. Draw your arms away, lift them up, press your head back in a nice stretch. And we'll go up too. Just bring arms overhead, interlace fingers, turn your palms up and reach. Reach again. And lift again. Press your arms back. And bend your elbows. Just take them side to side a few times to loosen up. And back to center and release your arms. A few circles in your shoulders. Forward and back or back and forward. All right. And then just straighten your legs out in front of you. Shake out your legs. Just pat your legs down the front, down your feet, and back up around your hips into the low back. You can also make a soft fist if you prefer. Coming back up and around and back. And then rotating in windshield wipers and circle. Reverse. And flex. As you flex, sit tall so that your navel and your hip bones are pointing forward. Press through your heels, press the back of the legs against the mat, and then point and flex and point. Okay, this next one is for our abdominal muscles. So our abdomen, the solar plexus is a point of power. That's where our personal power is, our emotions. So we're going to come down onto our back. And arms at your sides, palms down. Lift your legs up. From here, we're going to lift our hips up, our hips and low back up off the floor. Use your arms. Hold for a couple of breaths. And lower back down. And then again. Breathe. Lift. Just your hips and low back. So about your waist area is on the floor. And release. So your arms and shoulders are getting a little workout here too, right? You feel that? So inhale, exhale, and lift, hold. And then release. Now lower your left leg. Right leg is up. Left arm, whoops. Left arm is up. And we're just going to switch. So it's like a cross crawl in Feldenkrais. So just lift, lift, keep pressing the low back down against the mat. Now bring your hand towards your leg that's up. Take your other arm up and we'll switch. Just a little different version. Keep pressing low back down. So you're going to start to feel this in your abdominal area and your low back. And then both arms, both legs up in the air. Flex your feet. And then bend your knees, bring them in, roll side to side. And then come up. So you'll still be on your forearm. Okay. And then your other hand you can place your palm or your fingertips on the floor. Taking a breath and lift your hips up. Press your feet down. Feet are stacked. And lower down. Notice where you feel it. Elbow should be under your shoulder for leverage. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now we're going to come up. We're going to hold for 2 breaths. So inhale and lift and breathe. You can release that hand if you want. You can bring it behind your head. Hold, hold, hold. And lower down. And relax. Now stretch that arm out, that one that you were on. Your other hand is just palm on the floor in front of you. I have to watch out for my headset here. So from here, keep your feet together and lift both legs up. Try to stay in a straight line and lower down. So you feel the difference in this and the other one where you were lifting your hips. So this would address your lower abs more than the other one. One more lift. Whoops. On the side of the hips. Hold, hold, hold. Relax your jaw. And lower down. And we're just going to come up Switch our legs to the other side and come onto your forearm. Stack your feet. Be sure you have your elbow under your shoulder, and you want to be in a straight line. You don't want your legs forward because you're not going to have your leverage there. The other hand can be fingertips or palm, but we're going to lift our hips. So breathe and lift. Exhale down. Breathe and lift. Exhale down. Breathe and lift. Exhale down. And this time we'll hold. Breathe and lift. Bring your hand behind your head. So hips and shoulders are facing forward. And lower down. Good job. Now reach that arm out. Just relax your head. Feet are still stacked, and your free hand is in front. Now get comfortable on your hips. I got lip balm in my pocket, so just be cautious, all right? So lift your legs, breathe and lift them up. See if this side's easier or harder. Are you in a straight line? Look down at your feet. Does it look like you're standing up? Lift your legs up and lower down. Couple more and we'll be done. Breathe. Smile. That will help you. Make your whole body smile. And last time, we're going to hold for a couple breaths here. And lower down. All right. And we'll come up for our puppy stretch. Ah. Puppy always feels good, doesn't it? Now we want to address our low back. We want to stretch it out. So just bring your hips forward and hang in traction. Let your hips relax down. Keep pulling away from your knees. Just elongating. You're not trying to drag yourself anywhere, just an elongation. You can also roll side to side. You can bend your knees. Feel your hips press down. And then come back down. Pull back into child's pose for a couple of breaths. Arms next to you, palms up if possible. Thumbs by your ankles. All right. That should stretch out our work from our stretch forward. So from here, just center yourself on your mat. Knees can be about hip width apart. Now, check around you to make sure there's no accessories or debris. You're going to just swing your leg around to the front and then to the back. If you can lift it up higher, that's great. So just swing, bring it around behind you. Notice your hip, how it feels. Okay, the next time you bring it around, just set your foot down on the floor and slide it in. Come into sun pose. Stretch your other leg back. Lift your chin and come up to sun pose. And to open a little bit more, bring your hand inside the leg, take your knee out. You can add to this variations. Turn your toes under and lift the back knee, and then lower down onto your forearms. Keep pressing the knee out. Breathe. Breathing is required. And come back up. Keep your knee off the floor. Come back into sun pose. And then just stretch your leg back. Let your knees down. And take your other leg around to the back. You can look at that foot and bring it around to the front. Start out easy, slow, and then you can pick up the pace once you know everything's going well in your hip. And the next time you bring your leg forward, just bring that foot in, the sun pose, stretch out the back leg, lengthen, sun pose, lift your chin, and then bring your hand inside the leg, step your foot out, just slide it over a little bit, let your knee out to the side, and if you want a little more challenge, turn your toes under on the back foot and lift, and then lower down onto your forearms and stretch. And then palms back onto the floor. Bring your foot into sun pose and lift. Step the back foot in. And just pause here in a forward fold. Let your body relax over your legs. All right, then soften your knees, palms on the floor. Take your left leg back onto the ball of your foot. Lift up onto your fingertips, lift your chest a little bit off that front leg. Ground into the floor with both feet and then lift up into warrior one. Bring your arms overhead, reach, and relax down into the pose. Reach fingertips up, pivot into warrior two. Gaze over your fingertips over that bent knee. Keep opening the knee and the back hip. And then taking a breath. Exhale, reversed warrior. Back arm on the palm on the leg, reach up. Bring it into a little side stretch there, but mindful of that front knee. Keep it open. Come back to warrior two. Turn your palms forward. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt down, fingertips towards the floor. Open. Reach up. And palms down. We're going to come back to warrior one. So lift the back heel. Press the back ball of the foot into the floor. And then reach for the floor, step it in, head to knee. Breathe. All right, now soften your knees. Take your right leg back, heel is off the floor. Ground into the earth with your feet, the soles of your feet. Really press down. Come onto your fingertips. Lift your chin and lift up into your warrior one. Breathe and reach. Another breath. Now breathe and reach and pivot into your warrior two. Keeping your knee open. Align it. Relaxing your hips down. And reversed warrior. Back hand on the leg. Reach up into a side stretch. Open the knee. Inhale back to center. Turn palms forward. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt down. Fingertips to the floor. And press down in your feet. Inhale back up. Palms facing down. Press down in the ball of your back foot and then lift the palms up as you rotate back into warrior one. Reach for the floor. Step it back. Come into your downward facing dog. Stretch your heels down. Head is in between your arms. And breathe. Now step your right leg forward. Take the other leg back and then swing it around for your twist. Be sure you don't sit on that heel. Holding on with the right hand. Take the other arm out to the side. Bring it into mudra, index finger and thumb. Exhale. Come around to the side and bring your hand down onto the floor. You can release your mudra into your twist. And then press your sitting bones down as you reach that arm back up overhead and rotate to the front. Good. Take your leg back. Come into your down dog. Just for a breath or two. All right. Now bring your left knee forward. Come onto that hip and swing your right leg around for your twist. Holding on with your left hand. And breathe your right arm out. Come into mudra. Reach up through your crown and rotate and bring your arm down behind you into your twist. Look over your shoulder. And now bring that arm up next to your ear and return to front and center. Let your legs out. Pause for just a moment. Now, you can either keep your legs straight or you can bend your knees with your feet on the floor to lower yourself down for Shavasana. So you can roll down Turn your palms up, away from your arms, away from your sides. Separate your feet a foot to 18 inches. Rotate shoulder blades under. Draw your hips under so that your back can fully relax down into the floor. Take in a breath and just say, ah. And again, breathe in. Ah. One more time, breathe. Ah. And let it all go. Become heavy like a pillar of cement. Or maybe you get the feeling of lightness when you relax. Maybe you're like a leaf floating in the wind. Either way, let it go. Become aware of your essential nature. Focus inward to stillness. Now just adopt the feeling that all is well. Right now, all is well. Now, as you awaken with your hands at your sides, just run through the Satanama, fingering the mudra. Satanama. Lighting up your own true essence. And then just wiggle fingers. Take your head side to side. Make sure your neck is loose. That's what we started with, but sometimes we tighten up during our workout. And toes. And then slide your feet together. Lift your knees to your chest and give them a big, well-deserved hug. Good job. Come over to one side. Press up into sitting. Bring your hands into your favorite mudra to seal in the benefits of your practice and your mantras and mudras. You're connecting with your true essence. Hopefully feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and then just bring palms to prayer hands to Anjali Mudra. Go forth and shine your light. Namaste, everybody.